Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. I'm on the brother's page, GMS Buffalo, Zion. The name of his video is Watch Out for the Simps. $1 million question. Who's going to implement the MOTB? So let's get right into it. And then I'm going to go into a lesson on this wicked joker here, Chief Ephraim. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's back. Well, never mind. Let's hear it out.
Hey, I got the $1 million question, right? For those that claim the mark of the beast is a microchip, right? With everything going on in the earth, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? What nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's all white people, you got to be specific, because obviously Russia is not doing what America is doing. China is not doing what America is doing. Iran is definitely not doing what America is doing. What nations or what white nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's America, then obviously it ain't going to be the whole world. So this is where the doctrine kind of falls very short. It takes a deep dive very short. If the mark of the beast is going to be a worldwide thing and you can't eat, right, and drink and buy and sell, right, all of this stuff with a physical chip, the $1 million question is, who's going to implement it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that, right? Because obviously the nations ain't getting along. And whatever NATO's doing, BRICS ain't with it. And whatever BRICS is doing, NATO ain't with it. So who's going to implement it? This is why I don't subscribe, and neither do the servants subscribe to the mark of the beast being a microchip.
Alright, so what this demon talking about here, right? Hey, the infamous, or should I say, Chief Ephraim. Remember when he was got a little 5 minutes of fame on national TV, and you know right after that he fell off a cliff. And even before then, you know, this guy, how many times this guy had took his hand off the plow? All that back and forth. But anyway, it's not Amalek, Esau, Edom, the white man. Who is he? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Is not the earth in the hands of the wicked? Who is that? That's the question. Who is that? Right? The white man, the so-called white man. Is that all? He wants you to be Pacific concerning this, Pacific concerning that. That's like being in the truth. And you 1 minute you watching IUIC, then you watching GOCC, then you know every wind of doctrine. So apparently you going with every wind of what these news media have, which is you confused. How in these times are you confused? You shouldn't be confused in these times, because we are definitely in the times of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth? Who is the hammer of the whole earth? Esau, Edom. I heard you read that scripture plenty of times. Shit, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Huh? Left hand, should I say. Which is what? The wicked. This is a good question for an ear or two to wake up. But guess what? At the same time, it's a what? It's a stupid question. It really is. It's a stupid question. Luke 9:62. Yahweh Shah, who ignorantly called Jesus, Yahweh Shah said unto him, what? No man having what? Put his hands to what? To the plow, and what? And looking back is fit for the kingdom of thy power. How many times you look back? So why would anyone take advice from Chief Ephraim? Chief Ephraim, since he's been in the truth, he looked back many times. Many times. What's that? Let me hold on. Let me get my Bible. 10. This guy looked back so many times. I don't even think he know how many times he looked back. Let's go to Hebrews right quick. I want to get this in. I want to quote the whole thing, which is Hebrews 10. And I'm gonna get into his question, but I want to get on his ass first, right? Because he's one of those smooth words type of guy, right? Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth. How long you been in the truth, Chief Ephraim? A long time. But how many times you have taken your hand from the plow? This is why you're confused. Because the Heavenly Father got you confused. Huh? Sin. How the hell is sin? Sin is the mark. Sin can never be the mark. Sin is the mark is a physical thing. The system, the image, it's the what? It's a beast. It's what? It's a system. Which is a system. We're in the beast system at this present moment with what? Buying and selling what we're doing now. With what? With Esau, Edom money. The so-called white man faces on it. So who else is going to implement the MOTB? I wouldn't give a damn whether Russia do it, America do it, or China do it, or whatever. China ain't the Esau, Edom. So clearly, the so-called white man, which is the rulers of the earth, which is the wicked elite, they are the ones that are truly going to implement the what? The mark of the beast. It's not hard. It ain't never been hard. What I said, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and the wicked. It's a good question, but at the same time, it's a stupid question. But let me finish this precept here of Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. So, brother, we are, Scripture says we fall 7 times and we get back up 7 times. This brother is us. Get the hell out of here. This nigga here know the truth. He been in the truth. But he been a demon in the process of him being in the truth. Trust me, don't expect you to trust me, but I'm not one that to get on here and just allow on a man. I've seen this guy preach the word many times. And I have a lot of stories about this guy personally, but I'm not here to spill his wickedness on screen. He know what he knows. But anyway, let's get into where do I want to start at? Where do I want to start at? I want to start on. I tell you what. Let's go to. I'm gonna start here. Let's go to Acts, right? Let's go to Acts, and I'm gonna come back on you, Chief Ephraim. I'm gonna get a little more couple precepts on Chief Ephraim because he's he's a little demon. He definitely is. Yeah, I'm calling it out what it is because I know what it is. Anyway, Acts 17 and verse 17:29. Let's get into his question, right? And I said that the mark is a physical thing, right? Well, the Lord said the mark is a physical thing, right? Which is the charagma, which is a what? It's a graven, something that is graven, which is mean what? Put in under the skin, right? It's a mark. And then the scriptures is very clear concerning you allowing anything to be placed in or under your skin, right? Roughly paraphrasing. Acts 17:29. For as much then as we are the offspring of, I'm reading verbatim, God, meaning the elect, we are what? We are the spiritual offspring, right? We ought not to think that the Godhead, which is what? Which is the graven image, which is going to be a what? A physical mark. Let me read it on. And is like unto gold or silver or stone. Graven. A mark. Charagma. Which would what leads you to what? You can go to, well, not go to, yeah, go to Revelation 13:16. Huh? Which is of a what? Of a man. To be what? To be carved. Though that is a physical mark. Physical. You can't get around it. How are you going to get around it not being a physical mark? Again, verse 20 of Acts 17:29. For as much then as we are the offspring of thy power, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone graven by art and what? A man's device. What device? It's gonna be a device with what? That you can use to what? To buy and sell. It's not probably 30% of the store right now behind glass, and you got to get someone to bring a key to open up to get certain objects right now. Some places, damn near 90% of the store is what? You got to get somebody to come and get the open up to give you what you are trying to buy or sell. Now let's go on over here to but before I go there, I want to no, I don't want to do that. Let's just go on to Revelation 13. Right? Revelation 13 and hold on 1 second. Revelation 13 and 16. Let's just get right into it. Revelation, let's start at verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Who had power? This was the Roman system. The beast system, right? Which is what? Which is their system. That's the beast. And buying and selling and what? And which is mainly your way of life. Right? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Again, which is the system. Then was the Roman system. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship. How you worship something? To be part of it. To be part of it. Which this is it's going to be the overall narrative concerning whether you're going to receive mercy during this time. How else the Heavenly Father is going to use and say, so you're going to say sin? Hell, we all in sin. We all sin some or another each and every day, or not each and every other day or every day. So how can the mark just be sin? That's dumb, man. You know, the mark equals, you know, it's sin, but guess what? It has to be a what I'm looking for. The worship. worship to be part. You got to be part of the system, and being part. I had my chain of thought, man, and just because I was thinking on another precept, thinking about this wicked joker here. Worship. Okay, just go. Let's start over. And he, which is verse 15, which is Revelations uh, 13 and 15, he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship. And how you worship something? Again, you by being part of it. The image, that's the what? That's the old system. And what you see now, the system that we are under now, we're using these FRN with these Federal Reserve notes with these white man faces on it. Who else is going to implement this chip? The so-called white man. It does not matter which one or which one, but wouldn't it be a better? That's my chain of thought was right there. Wouldn't it be a better fit for America, with being that America is the hammer of the earth? Wouldn't that be a better fit? That America, whether the Jeremiah 51 and 7, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Talking about America, which is the daughter of Babylon. You know, you just here to cause confusion for what? For a bunch of wicked jokers to attach themselves to, for what? For a form of entertainment. The beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image, again, which is the system, but the present system that we are heading, where the system that we are heading toward, is a new world order, which is what? Buying and selling. The scriptures is very clear concerning what lies ahead. Image of the beast should be killed. Now, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great. He who? Starting with who? America. You know, you don't know who's with who. EU or NATO or whatever. We know America. We know they all will at some point, which is EU and NATO, are going to hate the whore. But when it comes to the overall wicked elite, they are the one controlled. They are the one that control the narrative. Anyway, you know, if you have ears to hear, let them hear. But for them that are aware of what should I call? What I'm looking for? A precept. I think it's Matthew 24:24. If it be what? If it was possible, they shall deceive the very elect. They can't deceive the elect, because the elect is the ones that have the true knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And he, which is the banking, we're gonna say the elite, the banking family, causeth all what? To receive what? The charagma, which is the microchip, which is a graven image that are going to be placed under the skin. All, both small and great, rich and poor, and free, meaning free in what? Society, and bond, to receive bond prisoners. They're going to receive what? Time off. We'll let you go, put this on your skin, you can go. That's going to be, instead of them putting something around their ankle to see where they will be, they're going to know what? They're going to definitely know where he is. They're going to know when he even passed gas. They're going to know. So this is the new world order that the system is trying to what? Trying to reboot and do this to the world. But why do you think they are trying to take out billions of people? Because it'll be more difficult for you to put that many in billions and billions of people, right? When you can put it in, hey, these jokers. Remember when what's the name is Bill Gates and his wife, Bill Gates and his wife were talking about taking the population. Say if too many people on Earth, taking the population down. Well, a lot of you all fell for it. And a lot of you all doing that C-19, you all what? You all ran and took it, man. And boy, left and right, they were passing out. Left and right. And I'm not just passing out, I'm talking about deleted. So you're going to do the same thing. And implementing the MOTB and allowing and making people, well, forcing people. When I say force, and when I say force, I don't mean holding you down and putting it in you. They ain't got to hold you down and put you in. They ain't have to hold you down and put that other thing in you. They don't have to hold you down because why? The system, the Esau Edom has what? Has control over the earth. The so-called white man. Taking your food, taking your water, pausing the water, taking the animals. Look at everything. Everything is at a what? At a decrease because Esau Edom has control of the earth. So who else is going to implement it? Like that, what that Rob Child say? I give a damn who controls the. Who's in charge on earth? Let me control the money. What you think that the aspects of that microchip, this money, which you control. If they want to stop you from, just totally just like, okay, like right now, we just say a bit like, for a great example will be what his name was, that rapper name is what his name is, the one there with Jay-Z. Damn, what is his name? Damn. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That had $13 billion, 11 or $13 billion, and now he Kanye West. Kanye West had billions of dollars. I think he had like between 11 or $13 billion, and now he's down to a few, millions. He's still rich, but not in the same degree of him having billions. He's a billionaire. Now he's a millionaire. So in the same aspects of them, you having all of his money, it was on the computer. And how easy was it to turn him from a billionaire to a millionaire? Just as clicking that computer and taking his money. How are he going to stop it? Because it's what was there for them to do. Just like the chip. If the chip going to be in your hand, it say in your hand or forehead, but we know most likely going to be in your hand, right? So if it's in your hand, then guess what? How easy is for them to just take you out of the system? Huh? Wouldn't that make more sense concerning Revelation 13 and 16 concerning being able to buy and sell, rich and poor, free or bond? No matter how you rich or poor or free or bond or in prison, you all gonna be subject to what? That mark, which is that chip. And he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that goes into, again, go back over to Acts 17:29. What? The end of that sentence goes into what? Well, it says the Godhead is like what? Then the end of that sentence, it goes into what? A device. Which is what? Which is a man. Right? It's not a man, it's control of this system, this beast system. That's the beast, the system. Verse 17. You know what I want to do? Right quick. Let's go to 1 Corinthians right quick, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Because this is a great example. Well, this is a good example. Because a lot of you all have wives and husbands, right? Yeah, y'all have wives and husbands, right? And children. And this is the reason why a lot of you all took it. You took the what? Took that during the C-19. This is 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world, so you're going to have to continue to use this world. How are you going to use this world? You're going to use this world by being part of the system, which is the beast, the image. And if you don't have that chip, you are not going to be able to what? To buy or sell. And they that use this world as not abusing it, and most of you all do abuse the world. For the fashion of this world passeth away. So the point is that people are married, and their cares of this world will be more of their wife or their husbands and their children. During that time, you're gonna be looking at your child. They gonna have eaten in a day or two. You're gonna be saying, "Man, I gotta get some food." A lot of you all are gonna be forced to take that chip, man. You're gonna be forced. That's how you're gonna force. They're not gonna have to hold you down. And then you're gonna have all these people taking one another out, robbing one another, and doing all it's gonna be chaos. That's Jacob's trouble. Now that goes into Jacob's trouble. So this big fake joker here, Chief Ephraim, he's been a scoffer and a demon for a long time. This man is not this brother here is not a sincere brother, man. I've seen that with my own eyes. Let's go to verse 17. Revelation 13:17. And that no man, natural man, might buy or sell, say he that had the mark. That's clear. That's plain. What's so confusing concerning in that no man, a man is going to implement it, and who's in control of the earth? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The wicked controls the earth. Had the mark. Who is that? Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The mark or the name of the beast, which is his system, or the number of his name. It is a man. And let's get to it. Here, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, which is what? Which is a man. Which goes into what? This current system. EU, NATO includes what? America, Canada. List goes on and on. That's the current system that we are in. What's that? 17:5. Let's see something real quick. Look at Revelation 17. Revelation 17 and verse. Let's see something. 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. Who is that? That's America. Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots. Is not America considered to be that whore? What is it? Revelation 17? America is what? That woman that the scriptures speak about, which is I think it's 17 and 17. Let me see something. Hold on these pages, yeah. What was I I'm in 17. I'm already in 17. Just go up a little. Hold up. Let me see something real quick. No, verse 18. And the woman, which is Revelation 17:18, and the woman, which is America, which thou sawest, is that great city which reign over the kings of the earth. It's not America that reigns supreme, that hammer of the earth, that what? That control every aspect of maybe not right at the present moment, but they still to a certain degree control the movements of the people. America is Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, man. That's not confusing. What was that? Verse 5. And upon her forehead was name written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Which is what? The 666, which is what? The system. Their system. Their system is the beast, man. The beast, which is what? Which is a man. That are going to implement those chips. Now, and when you receive it, What's going to take place? But before I get there, let's see. No. Matthew 24 and 24, like I said, let's go to Matthew 24 and 24 right quick. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna deal with Revelation 14. Matthews. Let's get back on Chief Ephraim real quick. This is why this brother here is something else, man. You know, he's always been, since I've been in the truth, he has always been, you know, since I've been in the truth, he's been back and forth, in and out. Yeah, I'm making it about him too, because he's the one with this foolish question and trying to what? Trying to create confusion amongst the people. But that's what he's here for. To create confusion for what? For a bunch of 2/3. to continue to follow him with his madness. You know, this guy been chasing money since he been in the truth. Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false what? False, say Christ, meaning what? Leaders. And false prophets. And shall what? Shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So there's no confusion amongst, starting with the apostles of GMS and their affiliates, right? The elders and the brothers and their affiliates. There's no confusion, because the scriptures is plain and clear concerning who's going to come down upon what? The head of, who's going to come down upon the head of the people. Revelation 12 and 12. That's Esau Edom. Esau Edom still controls what? Still controls the earth. Esau still controls the earth, man. So the so-called white man is going to implement the chip. And most likely, again, who's that hammer of the earth? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know, he tries to make this thing to be complicated. But it's not complicated for them that have what? That have the ear to hear. Right? Revelation, let's go to Ezekiel right quick. Ezekiel 14. Ezekiel. Hold up. Bear with me. You know the eyes getting bad, boy. Ezekiel 14. 14 and verse. 14 and verse. This is why Chief Ephraim confused, man. Ezekiel 14. Because know this right here, right? That notice first that this technology, hey, good, evil, all the confusion that you see is all of what? All of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He controls every aspect of every man's life and movement, regardless of whether you're a prophet or not. Right? A prophet, a 1/3, 2/3, you know, or what? The heathen themselves. He is the Lord of spirits. But guess what? Ezekiel 14 and 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord Yahweh, have deceived that prophet. And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people. I got another one. Job, real quick, right? Job 12. I think that's Job 12. Is it Job 12? Yeah, I'm in. 1 second. Job. Job 12. Yeah, it's just 12 and 16. I know what it is. Job 12 and 16. Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceiver. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceiver and the deceiver are his. So if Chief Ephraim can't get it, You know, the Lord control all aspects of what of all things. So if you can't get it, the Lord don't want you to get it. And if you're confused, you're gonna remain confused until what? Until you're what? Until you're in that pit, which is the grave. Let's jump down to verse 20. Job 12 and 20. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the age. Meaning of what? Of our forefathers. He poureth, verse 21, he poureth contempt upon princes, and weakening the strength of the mighty. You know, if he can't get it, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai don't want you to get it, man. It's that simple. Now let's go back to Revelation 14 concerning when you I mean, how else you are going to be judged by let's get to it right quick. 14. Let's start at verse 9. Revelation 14 and 9, right? And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and how do you worship the beast, y'all? Just like you all are worshiping the beast at this present moment, meaning what? Meaning his system. You all are worshiping his system, being part of this beast system. That's the beast, y'all. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image is what? That's the system. And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, that's the charagma. Again, Acts 17:29 goes into what? It being what? A device that are going to be placed under what? The skin, graven, mark. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of thy power, which is poured out without a mixture into the cup of his indignation. Meaning what? His anger. And he shall be what? Tormented with fire and brimstone. And that fire and brimstone is going to be what? That's that lake of fire, which is what? Which is America, man. America is that the overall total of what? 5,000 square miles. Nowhere else will be hit where 5,000 square miles will be burned to a crisp. That's America. So that's the biggest lake of fire that the world will see. We see the ending of it, because no one will. Only thing gonna inhabit this place again is what? Is desert creatures. Verse 10 again of Revelation 14 and 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of thy power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, because they're going to be a witness, and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, because he's going to be present. And in the process of him being present, the heaven, who you think going to be have total control of those missiles that are going to be shot over here in America? The Heavenly Father / what? The angels. They are the ones going to be controlling those missiles, and for them to hit every inch of what? Said America. With their torment, which is going to be what? Their destruction, man. Okay, verse 11. And the smoke of their what? Their torment, which is the total destruction, ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, which is be his system, and whosoever receive the mark of his name, the mark of his name, which is what? Which is a man. Esau wants to control your bodily functions. Esau wants to know when you're passing gas, man. That's total control of what? Of your spirit. Knowing what? Knowing when you're going to go into the what? The toilet, man. Come on, man. This is not hard, man. Let me read verse 15. Let me go to Revelation 15:1. I think start at verse 3, and I'm going to close this out. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plague, because the 7 last plague meaning what? 7 means completion. This is our final captivity. This is the 7th major captivity that we have been in. We have been in more captivity, but what? This is the 7th major captivity what we are part of. For in them is filled up the wrath of thy power. And again, the only ones that are going to be saved out of this is going to be the what? The elect. We're starting with the what? The 144,000. And most of the elect is over here in America. And I saw as it were a sea of glass. What is that? That's the portion of the ozone layer mingled with what? With fire. And them is who? The elect that had gotten the victory. How are they going to get the victory? Because they are not going to take it. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, over the beast, which is what? Their system. NATO, EU, America, and what? And over his image, which is the system, man. Huh? The overall, think about it. These people still talking about Democrat and Republican, man. Still blaming, pointing the blame at one another when this devil is setting up what? That world system, which is what? Which is that chip to be what? To implement it for you all not being able to buy and sell. If you're not part of that system. Gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark, the chip, Acts 17:29, charagma, over the mark, and over the number of his name stand. On the sea of glass. Let me see some more. Did I skip something? Let's see something. Over the number of his name stand. On the sea of glass, which is what? The firmament, having the harp of thy power. Verse 3, I'm going to close this out. It was this Revelations 14, and then 15 and 3. And they sing a song. What is that song? That's a new song, man. Huh? That's Deuteronomy 32. That's that new song. Song of Moses, the servant of thy power, in the song of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, right? Saying, great and marvelous are they of thy works, Lord God Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou what? Thou King of saints. That's Yahweh Shai. So, hopefully that this lesson was edifying and that you all received some from it, because if you have not received it, that means you're going to receive that charagma, which is that mark, and you're going to be burned in that fire and brimstone if you take that mark. So on that note, I'm going to say, Kal Halal Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rukah Qudash, Shalom.